Welcome Forex traders to Old Man Wisdom. Today we're going to quickly review this week's activity on the EURUSD and of course what we might expect the EURUSD to do next week. So stay tuned and let's have a quick look. So this blue mark here highlights the start of the week. This was on the 11th of October 2021. And as you can see, the market made a small push down, and then, as I mentioned last week, it would be good to see a push back up towards the multi-time frame moving average. And we had this buy signal here, which we didn't take because price is below the multi-time frame moving average. What we are looking for is, of course, a push down and a sell signal because price remains below the moving average. But of course last week then that means we didn't take a trade at all. And if we just pan out, we can see here 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So here is 3 weeks worth of trades. And our last trade was on the 24th of September and it closed around about here, which was the 29th of September. So basically, so far in the whole of October, and it's now the 15th, we haven't taken a single trade. But that doesn't concern me in the slightest because obviously these opportunities will come if we're patient, and patience is certainly a major requirement to be a successful Forex trader. But what I just want to quickly highlight for you, if we just zoom back in, is this here. I've plotted these two levels. If I just go to the MACD levels, you'll see here that this is plus and minus 3 pips. And if we look at the parameters of the 1 hour power, we'll see that that matches the plus and minus 3 pips here on the indicator. What does that mean? Well, it means that the arrows will not paint until price has gone above or below 3 pips. Now sometimes, if I can just scroll back here to this arrow, you'll notice that price didn't go above the 0 line, it went above the 3 pip line. And when it came back below the 3 pip line, that's when we got the signal. And the same is true here with this buy arrow. Price did not paint as it crossed the 0 line. Price painted when it went 3 pips above the 0 line. And so that's how this indicator works. It kind of gives you, or it gives price, a little bit of wiggle room before the indicator will paint an arrow. It's a non-repainting arrow. So once it does draw on the charts, it doesn't flicker and disappear or flicker and reappear on a different candle. Once it's drawn on the charts, at the close of the candle, the arrow remains there. So what we'll be looking for next week is for price to come down and below the 0 line and eventually cross the minus 3 pip line. We want this to happen because price is currently below the moving average, and all the while it's below the moving average, we're only going to be looking to sell the EURUSD, and this is on the 1 hour chart. If next week price pushes above the moving average, then of course we're going to be patient and wait for the MACD to come down and cross above the plus 3 pip mark. But currently we're not even thinking about buying the market. We're only looking at selling. So you need to keep an eye on what price does next week. This moving average, by the way, is on the 1 day chart. It's a 20 simple moving average from the 1 day chart, but drawn on the 1 hour chart. So if you was to flick over on the EURUSD to the 1 day chart, you would see that price is below the 20 simple moving average. And that is simply how we determine the momentum of the market. Nothing more complicated than that. So as of today, the 15th of October 2021, the market is about to close in just a couple of hours' time, and when it does, price is below the moving average, so for next week we will only be looking to sell the Euro USD. I hope that just makes things nice and simple for you and helps with your trading for next week. So until next week's video, everybody take care and happy trading. I'll be speaking to you soon.